Please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Tornadoes. This is CTN, a Clearwater Digital Media production. Today is Tuesday, September 24th. My name is Payson Evans. Today we have your latest school, local, and national news. So stay tuned because CTN starts now. In your headline news, the officer who arrested two 6-year-old children at an Orlando charter school last week has been fired, according to Orlando's police chief. In a Monday evening press conference, Chief Orlando Rowland announced Officer Dennis Turner was let go as a school resource officer. The two 6-year-old children who were arrested also will not be prosecuted. State Attorney Aramis Ayala announced Monday that not only would the charges would be dropped, but her office would be looking into what it will take to have the arrests removed from their permanent records. Turner was initially suspended following Thursday's arrest at Luscious and Emma Nixon Charter School in Orlando. The two 6-year-olds were arrested on misdemeanor charges stemming from separate incidents. While law enforcement is not providing many details, we know in one incident the child had kicked someone. Rowland said the agency's policy requires officers to get approval from a manager before arresting someone under the age of 12. The agency says Turner violated that policy, and the arrests have sparked outrage among local lawmakers. In your local news, Lindsay Jones is a registered nurse in the Cancer and Blood Disorders Unit at Johns Hopkins All-Children Hospital in St. Petersburg. About 11 years ago, her then 6-year-old son, Tyler, was a patient at Johns Hopkins. Quote, when he was 6, he was diagnosed with a bleeding disorder called ITP, Jones said. Now 18 years old and healthy, Tyler's entering his freshman year of college. Based on the treatment and care her son received at Johns Hopkins, Jones made a big decision. Quote, I want to be able to give back the same care like we received, she said. So Jones left her teaching profession and became a nurse, returning to the place where it all started. September is National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, but for Jones, it's every month, week, and day. Quote, I've been here for 8 years and I'm not planning on going anywhere. I really found what I like to do, and I found my passion with doing this, Jones said. Now to a special video on the PBL.
I'm Jay and Anzone with their school news. Any juniors or seniors interested in joining the Science National Honor Society, please get applications to Mr. Van Grondel in F6. They are due this Friday. If you are a junior or senior and interested in applying for the English National Honor Society, please pick up an application in Miss Katz's room F8, Monday, September 23rd through Wednesday, September 25th. Mu Alpha Theta will meet after school on Tuesday, October 1st in room D7. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Jaden. And finally, authorities in Louisiana say a camel at a truck stop petting zoo sat on a woman after she crawled into its enclosure. Iversville Parish Sheriff's officials told the Advocate on Sunday that the Florida woman's husband had been throwing treats to their dog under the camel's fence. Their dog then went into the enclosure and the woman crawled under the barbed wire to retrieve the pet. That's when the 600-pound camel sat on her. She told deputies she bit the camel to free herself, and then she was brought to a hospital. Deputy Lewis Hamilton Jr. said the couple provoked the camel and cited them for a leash law violation. Tiger Truck Stop is about 16 miles outside of Baton Rouge and keeps Casper, the camel, as an attraction. If any students
Master Writings, what is the purpose of the PBL?
It's all about making connections, building relations with our students. So the whole idea is we're utilizing restorative practices, we're utilizing icebreakers so that kids can get to know each other that may not know each other, may not talk to each other. It's all about becoming a family, a Florida High family, and also at the same time looking at our rules, procedures, talking about that, some of our traditions, a little bit of everything.
How long has the PBL been in Stillwater?
We've been doing it about 6 years. And what it came back down to is looking at student leadership and how do we engage our kids in this kind of work, working together and solving problems and being leaders on campus.
Do you think it would be
a good thing for other schools and students?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we've chosen to do it school-wide, right, so that everybody can be involved, and it's great to see these kind of activities everywhere. I look at the campus over the last 5 years, and when you think about the traditions and the level of excitement and enthusiasm, just in sports in general, let's take a look at that. The number of kids that are actually involved now compared to 5 years, it's doubled. So you think about that piece. We're seeing more and more student involvement, kids wanting to be a part of the Clearwater family. So we know that it's working. You know, and yeah, I think other schools should be doing it.
So, Mr. Powers, what are your thoughts on the PBL and its problem?
I think it's a great opportunity for the kids to, first of all, the ambassadors to lead a school-wide project-based learning initiative, and then also it allows students, especially incoming freshmen, to learn the school-wide expectations and what's expected of them while they're on campus.
Do you think it should be a school-wide, like district-wide thing for all the schools that need getting involved in the PBL stuff?
I think that'd be a great idea. I think it's important for students to understand what's expected of them so that they know what to do when they're on campus.
So, what are your thoughts on the PBL?
PBL, something that I believe the school can do fairly with as far as involving everybody, or trying to grasp everybody's attention. It is very positive if done right, but also it is something I think the whole district could do.
Do you think that overall the PBL has a positive impact on the school, like raising involvement rates in sports and other clubs?
I believe it does. It allows the students to engage with each other, but also it allows the ambassadors to take on that leadership role, that responsibility. But for the most part, the last 2 times I've done, it's been very successful.
Do you think that if the district implemented this county-wide, that it would have positive impact on other schools like PHU or
I believe so. What it does, our PBL, the way we construct it, it does a lot as far as giving back beyond our school history, something many of us doesn't know, that the school is over 100 years old. Things of that nature, the dress code, who the APs are, allowing basically for the younger kids to get to get in on what the school system is, how the school works, what the APs and all those kind of people are looking for.
Why do you like the DBM?
I think it takes something out of the administration's hands and out of the district's hands, and it places it in the student hands, and it gives them more ownership of the event. So it allows them to really work with and understand what we expect of students and why we expect that of them in terms of academic expectations, behavioral expectations. So I just love that it's an opportunity for our students to really own and understand what we require of them and why we require it of them.
And then do you think that should be done district-wide?
I think anything that gives students more ownership of their learning and gives them an opportunity to grow school spirit and build a community and a culture that promotes high expectations is something that should be copied everywhere. So whether it's at our school or our district or across the country, I think the more that we can grow student leaders and mature students as people, not just instruct them and educate them, that's something that should be replicated wherever, whether it's an expectations event or anything, whether it's from a classroom to school-wide. So.
Thank you so much.
Students or teachers would like to have an announcement made, please have your club sponsor or coach email us at cdmptv@gmail.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Clearwater Digital Media Productions for a look back at some of this year's broadcasts. Check out the CDMP Clearlight running all day for new announcements. Thank you for watching CTN. Have a great Tornado Day.